I understand. Now, re-entry effects in Kerbal Space Program Vanilla actually don't hurt too much. If you hit an atmosphere too hard, at is too steep an angle at too high a speed, the sudden deceleration can still rip your spacecraft apart. But you don't have to worry about atmospheric heating, and even that shock effect is pretty extreme. You almost have to be trying in order to invoke it. But there is a mod out there called Deadly Reentry that adds thermal and shock effects to reentry, and it even it makes getting back to the planet quite difficult in and of itself. Which, of course, is more realistic, but at a certain point, does it? I don't know. Some people demand absolute realism in all things, but I think an easier re-entry is an acceptable break from reality, just for the sake of making the game a little more playable. When I'm doing a re-entry and getting ready to land, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of in cruise mode. Uh, but yeah, even plus I've got the huge stress of actually landing at the airfield ahead of me. That's always fun. Yeah, load of laughs. But you can probably find video of it on YouTube. In fact, I know Scott Manley has shot a few using it. Part of the problem with the Deadly Reentry mod is the game doesn't really have parts in it that you would use to shield the spacecraft from these stresses. There's a few pieces you can download. There's an inflatable heat shield, in fact, that I've seen someone try to use that didn't work well at all. Yeah, what it wound up doing is it caused the craft to spin tail first. Though ironically enough, the wild gyrating oscillations as the thing pendulumed back and forth afterwards actually did save the spacecraft from damage just by spreading the heating out over a larger area. Which reminds me, the Mercury capsules, the America's first manned space flights, their reentry procedure was actually to put the spacecraft into a 10 RPM revolution, for the same purpose, to spread the thermal load out across the entire surface of the spacecraft instead of allowing hot spots to form in small areas. Oh, there's the coastline. I think we're getting close. Yep. Hopefully I'll see the Space Center soon because I really want to get my runway markers selected so I can see how we're doing on our flight profile. We're still in the upper atmosphere. But oh yes, re-entries. The Apollo and space. Again, going back to the American programs, the Apollo and the space shuttle would both literally. I guess skip isn't really the right word, but they would use the aerodynamics of the spacecraft to loft in ultra high altitudes for a long time up in the really thin air. And the purpose of that was to bleed off enough speed in the thin air, so that by the time they reached the thicker air of the lower atmosphere, they were going slow enough not to obliterate the spacecraft just from kinetic loading. But the aerodynamic modeling in Kerbal Space Program is simply not good enough to allow that. So the the Deadly Reentry mod just kind of dooms you. It certainly adds challenge, I suppose, but considering the game doesn't give you the tools you need to survive it, I don't know. There's things I hope they never do with the game. Making re-entry uber difficult that only an elite few can pull it off is one of those things. I think I am going to overshoot I'm going to overshoot the landing site by a long, long way. Let's try preventing a larger profile here. Let's open all the trash. Open all the air intakes up. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna have to turn around and fly back. But that's oh well. They all can't be winners, right? You can hear the wind starting to whistle past the spacecraft. We are moving. You guys, yeah, watch the G-force meter. Oh, we're glowing red. Look at that. Oh, I wish I could render the full-on re-entry effects. They're really quite striking to behold. Unfortunately, my computer just can't do it. It's so sad. Okay, we're bleeding off. We can restart the engines anytime we want now, but I want to lose more speed first. However it is. Aircraft is remaining pretty controllable. Alright. Be careful not to stall this baby out. I want to start trying to level off a bit. Restart the engines. Try to get some control again. Alright, now for the part that always just makes me nervous. Time to take off the computer assistant. Fly this whole thing manually. So first things first, let's trim it out to fly a little nicer. To crash this thing, screwing around with the trim. Oh boy, she does in on a dime, doesn't she? And Jeb is still laughing his fool head off. Does anything bother him? Okay, I'm going to apologize. There's going to be a lot of dead air here because I got to fly. It's just going to take way too much concentration to worry about narration. So, yeah, and I'll probably dub in some music here so you can gotta admit it was looking good right up to the end. I have a feeling that Aurora is going to be down for repairs for a while. But, I suppose... Hey, Jeb's alright. Wave goodbye, Jeb. We're done here. See everyone next time.